Hello once again. I hope this video finds you well. And in this one, we're going to be asking the question, would Tesla drive a Tesla? Now, that may confuse some people who may not know that Tesla is actually the name of a man, well, it's a family name, not just one man, but the most well-known Tesla is Nikola Tesla, who some call the father of the 20th century due to his incredible ingenuity and inventions. He's a scientist and he's a personal hero of mine, and obviously Elon Musk as well if he named the company after him. But in this video, we'll be questioning whether or not the name of the company lives up to the name of the man, who was extremely influential, despite some people not knowing much about him. And there are very interesting reasons for that as well, which we'll get into a little bit. Some of the history of the man. So you really got to do some research on Tesla. I was never taught about Nikola Tesla in school. And again, that is very telling when you learn more about him and how incredible and influential he was and is. He's a scientist of the highest caliber. For me, in terms of brilliance and influence, he's one of those people, if you ask that question, which celebrities or famous people, historical figures, alive or dead, would you want to have dinner with and meet? Nikola Tesla would be at the top of my list. He's that brilliant and that amazing in terms of the things that he did and how he has shaped this planet. He's truly remarkable. So I definitely recommend doing research on him. Very key piece of history. And some of his technology has been kept secret because it's so advanced. In fact, keeping his work from the public is a very big conspiracy, and it's kind of set civilization back quite a bit in terms of we're still using a lot of gas-powered engines when we could have been using his technology. So in that respect, analyzing the Tesla company as a step forward from gasoline engines, yes, it is, but you could say it's a baby step. It's not quite as advanced as things could be. There have been other inventors that have been silenced as well. Creators like Stan Meyer, who created a car that runs on water. Many people, other people have done this. But Nikola Tesla specifically was working with what some call free energy, 0-point energy, radiant energy. So it's an interesting perspective. Is the car company name, is it an homage or is it an insult? Since Tesla's technology and inventions were actually more advanced than just working with batteries that you had to constantly plug in to recharge. So again, just to be honest, I like the Tesla cars. I've never driven one, but I would, because I hear the performance is great and they're really fun and nice quality generally, pretty good looking. But they deserve the name Tesla, since Tesla was working with free energy technology and the cars are not that. So it's an interesting perspective. One might ask Elon Musk if 100 years from now he would like it if there was a company called Musk that made fancy can openers and corkscrews. They're really good quality, but he may feel insulted by that, actually, since he's trying to do all this stuff with space travel and inventions and cars, obviously, the Boring Company. He's trying to do so much more than just can openers and bottle openers and stuff like that. So is it an insult? It could be seen that way, absolutely. Since, again, Nikola Tesla was working with so many different things in terms of weather control and weaponry even, but mainly more productive and beneficial technologies like energy creation and generation, harnessing natural energy of the earth and the cosmos. One of the most famous examples of his is Wardenclyffe Tower, which he built, but which was demolished when the financier, J.P. Morgan, discovered that he wouldn't be making as much money off of that, since it's basically providing free energy to people. Uh, and he's in the business of copper and steel and making money off the transmission of energy, the medium of that, as opposed to just giving it to people. So he's just one person who was involved in the suppression of this. Another interesting anecdote I've heard from a few sources is that Donald Trump's uncle, John Trump, was actually one of the men who confiscated Nikola Tesla's work on his death. Uh, Unfortunately, Tesla died pretty impoverished because some would say he was just too ahead of his time, and he was working with technologies that some really did not want out there because they saw it as a threat to their power and control and profits. So that's unfortunately a common theme throughout history. The more you learn and the more you research, the more you discover. This has been happening for quite a while. People are constantly discovering and inventing new things that are being suppressed and kept hidden and secret, only used for and by certain black budget groups and projects and organizations, secret organizations that don't want the public to have it. They see it as a threat. It's kind of childish, you could say, in terms of like, if someone has a really nice toy, oh, I want to keep it from everyone else so no one else has it. And of course, they may see it as a threat to their own power. If you can do things that other people can't, then that gives you an edge over them. But again, I see that as not beneficial to everyone. You really want everyone to have access to the best things so that we can all be using them and all be working with them and all be learning from them and creating new and better things and sharing them with everyone else. I mean, imagine if Tesla didn't give all of this amazing technology to the world, where would we be? We would be worse off than, even though he did, and it was stolen and kept secret, but still his influence pervades society. Radar and radio and telecommunications and all that. He is sort of the grandfather of those things. And other people are given credit for that, like Edison and Marconi. These were sort of rivals of his. And again, some people have been given credit for things that they didn't necessarily deserve. And in some cases, certain discoveries and inventions are made at the same time in different places, but one person is given more media and press than others for certain narratives. But again, so I understand this is a completely subjective opinion. Would Tesla drive a Tesla? You can argue yes or no. I'm sure he may be flattered in some way, because the cars are decent compared to, they're better than a lot of other cars out there for sure. But again, they're not quite the level of technology that Nikola Tesla, the man, was working with. So in that sense, he may be a little insulted. And so my own personal deduction and reasoning would be that Tesla would not drive a Tesla. He invented his own car that's much better and does not need to be plugged in and charged all the time. It just constantly either generates its own energy or draws it from nature automatically, gathers it from regenerative braking and momentum. So that's, again, my own opinion. Again, not to slight the company Tesla, because I do like some of their products, and I would drive one. If they gave me one, that'd be great. But again, I'm not getting paid to either endorse them or deride them. So this is just my free opinion that I'm sharing open. Another example I could use would be, imagine if there was a company called Einstein that made really nice lamps. Okay, so the lamps are really nice, but is that really worthy of the scientist Einstein? You could see it as them just kind of writing his name or using his name, to make their products seem better than they are. But again, that's not to insult the company Tesla. I'm just wondering and thinking out loud: is the company name worthy of the name Nikola Tesla? And now there's apparently another electric car company called Nikola which is doing the same thing. It's kind of an homage to the scientist. However, it's also, not quite using the same level of technology that the man was working with. Another interesting point that I've thought of is that, now that more people know the name Tesla, when they hear that, they associate it with the car company instead of the man, which I find perhaps a little bit suspicious or somewhat negative, because now if that's people's association, they're less focused on the man. That may be a way to distract people and deter people from learning about the original man. However, it could also be said to be, oh, well, no, it'll get more people to learn about him and interested in him. But again, now when I hear, the majority of the time that I hear the word Tesla, people are talking about a car instead of the scientist. So that seems a little bit suspect and negative to me. Perhaps that was unintentional by Elon Musk, the owner of the company. I can't say. So again, this is just my opinion. You're welcome to yours as well. Feel free to leave it in the comments section. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so I can keep sharing. And thank you so much for watching. Infinite love and light. Until next time, take care.